Hello everyone, welcome. Thank you for tuning in. This will be your foundation Hatha practice. I'm following on from the last previous number of weeks where we done a softer practice on Friday, will be the same today. So a gentler approach to the Hatha flow or the foundation Hatha practice, which is already a kind of a softer approach. The class will be focused on the small moves. So again, the small moves that create a lot of freedom have a big impact and help you move with ease to the larger or bigger postures in the physical practice, or just to help you move with ease in everyday life. As always, be within your comfortable limits, no pressure, no force. Just play with the practice as best you can. We'll be working on a resonance breathing again this morning, so it's that even inhale and exhale in and out through the nose, with the eventual intention of working towards a count of 5. But I will encourage you to be to the point, be to the count that you can attain the inhale and exhale with ease. Don't force for a longer count. For this morning's practice, I'll encourage you to lie down. You can lie down in many variations. Lying on your back, you can have the knees bent if required, particularly if you have any challenge in the back of the body to the lower back, or if it's uncomfortable for the neck, or you can work with the legs straight, choosing which is appropriate for you. If this is uncomfortable for the neck and you have a small pillow or such handy, you're welcome to place a small pillow behind the head in the upper back region. Your hands can be out to the sides, palms face up, or maybe you allow the hands to rest in the body so you can really perceive the breath in the body's response. One hand on the belly, maybe another hand on the chest or the ribs, choosing which is best for you. Take a moment to readjust. Eyes closed and the mouth closed. As you work towards creating a little space for yourself this morning and space for your practice, what would it take? What would it look like to step away from whatever's been holding your attention, whatever's been occupying your mind since your last practice? In an effort to really draw your awareness away from whatever has been holding your attention, whatever's been occupying the mind. Allow your awareness to come and rest at the very tips of the toes. And at the tips of the toes, just notice how body feels. If body feels good, if there's any tension, any holding, anywhere in between. Making this inquiry a little further up through the ankles, the calf muscle, moving through the knees, the thighs, the buttock muscles, and the whole of the pelvic region. Notice how body feels, from toes to hip. And your awareness gently sweeps around the back of the body, and you notice how the lower back feels. You continue your inquiry up through the gentle arch of the lower back, into middle back, upper back, and extend through the shoulder blades. Note how the back of the body feels. Sweeping around the front of the body, your awareness gently diffuses through the belly. Release any unnecessary holding at the belly. Stepping up through the ribs, the chest, your awareness comes to the shoulder and it descends down the arms, elbows, wrists, palms, fingers. Noting how the front of the body feels through the chest, front of the torso, and from the arms, shoulder to fingers. Any holding, any tension. Just be there for a moment. Moving up through the neck, allow your awareness to spiral up from the base of the neck, around the sides, the back, all the way up to the top of the neck, and moving through the face. How does the jaw feel? The chin, the interior space of the mouth, the nose, ears, eyes, forehead, crown of the head. Note how the entire region of the neck, the face, and the head. Note how it feels. What's the response? Moving gently into the space of the head space even, with a mental inquiry of how am I feeling? Let's note the condition of the mind as you come to your practice. Are you feeling focused? Are you feeling present? Are you feeling agitated? Are you feeling frustrated? You just notice without trying to change. And with this attuned awareness of both the physical body and the mind, we'll draw the attention upon the breath, with the intention of simply witnessing the breath initially, noting the rhythm and flow of the breath. And know that you can remain here as this brings beautiful focus to the mind, or returning to the point at any moment. But if all is well, a few gentle rounds of our resonance breathing, that even inhale and exhale in and out through the nose. No force for depth, only work to the point that you can maintain the even inhale and exhale with relative ease. Breathing in, 2, breathing out, 2. Breathing in, 2, breathing out, 2. Breathing 3, 2, 3, breathing out, 2, 3, breathing in, 2, 3, breathing out, 2, 3, breathing in, 2, 3, breathing out, 2, 3, breathing 4, 2, 3, 4, breathing out, 2, 3, 4, breathing in, 2, 3, 4, breathing out, 2, 3, 4, breathing in, 2, 3, 4, breathing out, 2, 3, 4, breathing 5, 2, 3, 4, 5, breathing out, 2, 3, 4, 5, breathing in, 2, 3, 4, 5, breathing out, 2, 3, 4, 5, breathing in, 2, 3, 4, 5, breathing out, 2, 3, 4, 5, breathing in, 2, 3, 4, 5, breathing out, 2, 3, 4, 5, breathing in, 2, 3, 4, 5, breathing out, 2, 3, 4, 5, breathing in, 2, 3, 4, 5, breathing out, 2, 3, 4, 5, breathing in, 2, 3, 4, 5, breathing out, 2, 3, 4, 5, breathing in, 2, 3, 4, 5, breathing out, 2, 3, 4, 5, breathing in, 2, 3, 4, 5, breathing out, 2, 3, 4, 5, breathing in, 2, 3, 4, 5, breathing out, 2, 3, 4, 5, and release the effort upon the breath. And just witness for a moment. Note the response. After just 3 minutes of conscious breathing, if you were with me to the count of 5, the breath will slow down to 6 breaths per minute. Well, no matter where you are, just notice the response. If if you experience rather any shortness of breath, any pressure on the chest, around the eyes, and the forehead region, it's a suggestion that the count was a little too long. And perhaps note this for up and coming practices, for your next practice, to go with a shorter count initially. And from the experience of the breath and the body's reaction, the reaction of the mind, extend your awareness all the way down the body until it reaches your toes, and a little ripple of movement in your toes welcome the feet back. A similar ripple of movement in the fingers, welcoming the hands back. Gently rolling of the head side to side if it feels good. If it's comfortable for you, extending your right arm up overhead and behind. The left hand reaches for the belly, folding the left knee. Gently roll to your right side. Eyes closed. And once you feel steady, no trace of dizziness, gently push up to any seated variation, choosing one that's appropriate for you, that's comfortable and accessible. Eyes remaining closed. Namaskara Mudra, if comfortable, palms to press in front of the chest. As you take a moment to set an intention, a sankalpa, or dedication for your practice. Releasing your hands, chin to chest, a few gentle blinks, opening of the eyes. And namaste. We'll softly raise the legs up, raise the knees up even, then extend the legs out in front. Take the feet out in front at a distance apart to the point that you can ground your feet evenly. So as wide as your hips, if not a little wider, and as far away from the body as required to ground your feet. Few options with your hands. You can have your hands behind you, you can be leaning into your hands, but not a collapsed spine. Keep length if you can. If it's successful, however, you can grab behind your thighs. Feels good, opposite wrist or forearm you can be hooking onto. Your awareness is going to come all the way into our toes. We're going to work with 1 foot at a time. As you work with your toes, you want to keep the mounts of the toes grounded and working with just raising the tips of the toes. All is well, raising the right big toe, just your right big toe. And this is good. The second toe joins it. Allow the breath to flow. The third, the fourth, then the right little toe. All of the right toes are up and they remain up as your awareness now comes into your left foot and your left big toe raises. Your second toe, your third, your fourth, your little toe. Beautiful. So all of your toes are up as best you can. This feels good. Let both big toes of right and left come to ground and little toes come to ground. Keep the second, the fourth toe raising, 3 lads in between, and spread your toes as wide as you can. Breathe. Beautiful. Grounding all of your toes. Release the clasp from underneath the legs if you're there. Extend your left leg straight. Now a few variations. If it's the variation that we're working towards is challenging, you can start with the first variation of straightening the right leg. Your hands can be behind and you can work with your ankle rotation and moving from here. If it's accessible, however, we'll work with a bent right knee. Hook the right arm underneath and raise the right foot up off the mat. Your hands can be gently clasping or the left hand can be resting in front of the shin. We want movement just through the ankle. And we're going to coordinate it entirely with the breath as best you can. As you inhale, move with a full circle. And as you exhale, move with a full circle. I'm going for 1 more round. So 3 rounds altogether. Once you've completed, changing direction, move with the breath, inhale for a full rotation. And exhale for a full rotation. Movement just at your ankle, recognize if the leg, if the knee is extending. Beautiful. Once you've completed, point your foot, inhale, turn the foot out, so you're wagging it out. Exhale, wag the foot in. Inhale, wag it out. Exhale, in. Inhale, out. Exhale, in. Beautiful. Pushing the heel away. Beautiful. Ground the right heel. Then in the next variation, if you are working with a straight leg, I'll encourage you to bend the knee. You can still have your hands behind if that's necessary for you. I'll be encouraging you to
Draw your toes back towards you, push the heel, and you'll be turning the foot in and out from here, looking and working from the intention of turning the shin, moving from the knee. If it is comfortable for you, however, to maintain with the clasp, the right arm is hooked underneath, the palms come to lightly press. Turning the foot out, and as you inhale, raise the leg up about 3/4 of the way, so not entirely straight. As you exhale, turn the foot in as best you can, then releasing it down. Note that there's no movement from the thigh, so no movement from the hip. Inhale, foot out, raising up, exhale in and down. Keep the foot turned in this direction as you inhale, raise up from that point. As you exhale, turn out and down. Inhale, foot in and up. Exhale, turn out and down. Super. Round the right foot entirely. Release the left hand behind, release the right hand behind. Then extend the right leg straight if you're working with a bent knee. And bend the left knee. You can work with a straight leg. If it feels good, work with a bent knee. The hands come to clasp, or the left hand or the right hand now resting in front of the left shin. 3 full rotations, whichever direction is calling you first. Move with a full rotation with the inhale, and a full rotation with the exhale. Any cracks or pops are normal. Be mindful if there's any pain accompanying them. Don't move into discomfort or pain. Make the rotation smaller. Once you've completed, change direction, focusing completely on your ankle. Think slower, more controlled movement. Minimal reaction from the toes also if you can. Once you've completed, point the foot, inhale, wag it in, exhale, wag it out. Inhale in, exhale out, inhale in, exhale out. Beautiful. Draw the toes back towards you and push the heel. Ground the right heel for a moment. You can work from here if you have your hands behind. You can maintain behind, and I will encourage you to bend the knee and flex the foot, and you're working with that turning in and out motion with the breath. If it feels good, however, you have the clasp underneath, the palms lightly clasped, the heel is grounded, the toes draw back towards you. Inhale, turn the foot out, raising it up about 3/4 of the way to being straight. Exhale, turn it in and down. Toes keep drawing back towards you. Inhale, out and up. Exhale, in and down. Keep it turned in this direction. Inhale, re-raising. Exhale, out and down. Inhale, in and up. Exhale, out and down. Super. Rounding the left foot entirely. We'll maintain the bend in the knee. If you are hooked underneath, take the hands behind. Bend the right knee also. You can take the hands a good distance behind you where the torso is leaning away from the hips, so we're leaning away from the thighs even, but not collapsing into through the spine. Keep that lift as best you can. Take the right leg a little bit out to the right side, left leg a little bit out to the left side. Soles of the feet to face front. Moving through the hip. You're in external rotation at present. We're going to work with a little internal rotation with no pressure or force. Mindful of any pinching. Don't move into pain. Moving with the breath. As you inhale, the right foot initially, point the toes, keep the heel raised, then ground the foot, then drop the right knee in. Remembering you want to keep the outer edge of the buttock muscle grounded. If you raise, you're moving more from the waist. You want to move from the hip, just the hip. As you exhale, as you inhale, apologies, softly drop the right leg out. Exhale, dropping the left leg. Inhale up. Exhale the right. Inhale out. Exhale left. Any degree, don't force. Inhale, releasing it out. Exhale right. Inhale, releasing it out. Exhale left. Inhale smoothly back. Walk your hands back towards you, so you're working to more of a lifted spine. Crossing the legs over, coming front onto all fours. You're welcome to sweep the legs around to the side. If it's comfortable, however, take the hands front, raise tall on the knees, hands and the knees, and unravel the legs. Take a moment to set up. The eventual intention is shoulder over the wrist with the fingers well spread. If that isn't comfortable for you, you can have the hands front, whichever degree is necessary, or play around making fists. You have a look at your knees. Your knees are underneath your hips initially, so you know your thighs are vertical. Then go wider from that point. So your wrists, your knees and your toes work in a straight line. Fingers are spread round your entire spine and release the head. The intention here is keeping your middle to upper back grounded and the head released, and to work and focus just with your lower back. It's a slight tilt and tuck of the pelvis, and I'll encourage you to move with your breath. As you inhale, there's a slight tilt of the pelvis, and the experience of the belly going a little bit towards the mat, but trying to minimize the disturbance to the upper back. As you exhale, a slight tuck of the pelvis. Inhale, slight tilt. Exhale, slight tuck. Smaller than you think. Inhale, slight tilt. Exhale, slight tuck. Beautiful. Next inhale, as you work the tilt of the pelvis, move through your lower back. That'll be the last thing to move. Feel and experience through the middle and the upper back, and lightly lift the head, slight gaze to the ceiling. Head is asking to release as you exhale, round through the lower back, middle back, upper back. Release the head and round into the spine. Inhale, arch. Exhale, round. Breathe as much as you need to if you can coordinate. Inhale, arch. Exhale, round. Beautiful. Next inhale, back to an easy spine. Belly drops just a touch and the gaze a little front. Bend at the knees. The intention is keeping the hands where they are. Bending at the knees and sitting back as much as you're comfortable. But don't fight for depth. The intention is sitting on the heel, but you can be anywhere before that. A few steady breaths. Super. Gently re-raising back up. The intention here is to focus now just on the upper back. A small region between the shoulder blades and the spine. And a rhomboid push-up. The intention is keeping the elbows working relatively straight. So please do check in. Do you bend your elbows to mimic depth? Lower back is just in a mild arch, a neutral position. All is well here. Keep the gaze slightly in front. As you exhale, allow your chest to drop down in between your shoulders, experiencing the shoulder blades coming together, but not actively squeezing. Once you're at your comfortable depth, have a look at your elbows. Are they working relatively straight? As you inhale, your next inhale, push out. Exhale, dropping down. Inhale, pushing out. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Smoothly push out. Bending at the knee, keeping the hands where they are if comfortable. Smoothly sit back to the degree that's best for you. But no fight on ankle, no fight on knee, no fight on hip. Breathe. Next inhale, raising back up. Working through the wrist and the forearm a little. If you have any challenge in this area, if you have any challenge in your shoulders, please work with great care. Don't fight for depth. Working with the right initially. Raise the right hand up and begin to turn the right hand out step by step. Exploring the depth that's comfortable for you. Eventual intention is pointing back towards the knee. Tips of fingers, base of finger, heel of palm or grounded. Once you've arrived at your comfortable depth, can you draw the right shoulder away from the ear by drawing the shoulder blade down the back? And be there for a moment. You're welcome to bring the right back and work on one side at a time. If it's accessible, however, welcome the left around. Both shoulders now drawing away. Note you're not fighting for equal depth on either side. Super. Bringing back the left, and if the right is still there, with care, bringing back the right also. Bringing your knees and your feet together. And the intention is sitting tall back in the Thunderbolt pose in Vajrasana, sitting on the heels. We're going to be here for a moment, so if this presents a challenge for you, please do choose an alternate variation. Perhaps you stand tall on your knees, or any seated variation is welcome. Bending your right elbow, you're thinking your shoulder, your elbow and your wrist are working in this straight line. Note if your arm tends to turn in, or likewise out. As best you can, working a straight line. The palm faces up and you make a fist with the right hand. The left hand now will grab the right forearm, and the intention is to keep the forearm steady. As we move from the wrist, often we move from the wrist, our forearm will turn, which is not true movement through the wrist, it's the elbow getting involved also when the forearm is turning. So as best you can, the left will maintain the right forearm steady. Then move with your breath, just like the ankle rotation. Inhale for full rotation. And exhale for full rotation. 3 rotations altogether in this direction. No movement to the forearm. Make this movement as small as you need to. Then changing what direction once you've completed. Beautiful. On completion, you can extend the right finger straight, release the clasp of the left hand. The left arm comes into the same alignment, the shoulder, the elbow, wrist in a straight line, palm is up and you make a fist. The right hand's now, its job is to maintain the left forearm steady. Move with your breath, full rotation with the inhale, full rotation with the exhale for 3 rotations. For me, it's a little more limited on the left side. And changing direction. Back to center. Extend the left palm straight, not the fingers straight, extend the fingers. You can keep the left arm as it is, bring the right arm into the same alignment, shoulder, elbow and wrist working in a straight line. Flip the palms to face each other, then making a fist. Without extending at the elbows to any degree, rock the knuckles down as you exhale. Inhale, rock the knuckles up. Exhale, knuckles down. Inhale, knuckles up. Exhale, back to center. As you inhale, rock the knuckles away from each other. Exhale, rock the knuckles toward each other. Inhale, rock it out. Exhale, rock it in. Be there for a moment, breathe. Beautiful, inhale, back to center. Extend the fingers straight and release the hands. If you're in Vajrasana, as I am, raise straight up from here. If you're in a seated position, maybe sweep the legs around and come tall onto your knees. The intention is here standing tall on the knees. Your knees are as wide as your hips, if not a little wider. Doubling over your mat if you have any sensitivity, experience in the knees, any pressure. Bring the elbows close to the body, the palms to face front. As you inhale, bend at the elbows as much as you can. At the top, flip the palm to face out. Exhale, releasing down. Inhale, bend at the elbow. Flip the palm to face you at the top. Exhale, releasing down. Inhale, bend at the elbow. As you exhale, flip the palms to face front. Then extend your arms out to either side. All as well, here we want movement from the shoulder, but think movement from your bicep. The palms will flip, but movement from the biceps or movement from the shoulder. Hands will go in opposite direction. Just allow the breath to flow. Breathe. But no fight in the shoulder. Arms straight up from shoulder height. If this is challenging for you, for instance, just pinching, drop the arms lower. Still pinching, bring the arms in front. And down. No fight. Beautiful. Turn both palms to face back. Then drop the arms down, bend at the elbow, hands to the hip. Opposite wrist, forearm or elbow if it feels very comfortable. Encouraging your knees to come together. Then sit tall back in the heels or come to any seated variations, or you're welcome to remain tall on the knees if that's comfortable for you. Dropping your chin lightly towards your chest. The intention is a full rotation to the neck. Please be mindful if there's any sensitivity in the neck. Make a smaller rotation as you need to. With your chin down, you're looking to the right. Chin comes past the collarbone. Still points down as you look for the right shoulder. Once you've reached your edge, your comfortable edge, lift your chin from this point. Then begin to draw a circle upon the ceiling as you rotate to your left. The chin drops down past the left collarbone, base of throat. Continue to your right. Small as you need to, don't fight for that. Lift the chin. Circling through. Past the collarbone, base of throat. Changing direction. To your left. Lift the chin. Looking to your right. Drop the chin to the collarbone. Continue to your left. Lift the chin. Circle through. Breathe slow and steady. To your right. Drop the chin. Back to center. Once you've arrived the chin towards the throat, lift your head so the gaze is straight ahead. Release your arms out to either side, flip your palms to face front, and medium bend in the elbow. Palms to face front, grab that imaginary glass or bottle of something, endeavour to pour that out behind. With this pouring out motion, mindfully you're not extending or lifting the ribs maintain back. As you inhale, straighten the arms. As you exhale, bend at the elbow. Inhale, straighten the arms, still pouring out the entire time if you can. Exhale, bending at the elbow. Inhale, extending. Exhale, bending. Inhale, coming to halfway, that medium bend in the elbow. We'll endeavour to maintain this medium bend. As you inhale, raise your arms up. As you exhale, drop your arms down, pouring out the entire time. Inhale, raise the arms up. Recognize that the ribs are coming along. Can you make it just a movement from the shoulder? Exhale, down. Inhale, raise. Exhale, release. Release all the way. Shoulders free. Extend your arms out in front. If this is challenging for you here, you can have your hands down by the sides of the body and be tall on your knees. If it is comfortable, maintaining in the position you're in. Arms extended out in front. As you inhale, you're reaching out of the shoulder or reaching the arm front. And elevate the shoulder up from this point. Without bending at the elbow, without taking the hands away from each other, as you exhale, retract the shoulders back. And then down. Inhale front and up. Exhale back and down. Inhale front and up. Exhale back and down. Pause here for a moment. Inhale, elevate up from that point. Exhale front and down. Inhale back and up. Exhale front and down. Inhale back and up. Exhale front and down. Then releasing of that. Shoulders free, neck is free. If you're not already there, stand tall on your knees. Turn to face the long edging of your mat and scoot more towards the left side of your mat. Now if you have any sensitivity in your left knee, please do double over the mat as you need to. Once you feel steady, one smooth step or a few steps, step your right foot out to the side. Take a moment to note your alignment. Draw a straight line out from the left knee and your right heel is going to land on that line. So not the arch of the toes, the heel is on the line. The foot is at a slight 45-degree angle almost towards the right edging of the mat. Once you've arrived here, square your hips. So straight line across the front of the hip, slight tuck of the pelvis, spine is lifted. The right hand will rest on the right thigh and the left hand will be on the left thigh. You can work from here. But if this feels steady, as you inhale, raise your left arm up. As you raise, sternum is back. As you exhale, fold to the right from the waist. Always within your comfortable limit. If you find this is a great challenge in the shoulder or on the neck, please have the left hand over the side of the body. Beautiful. Inhale smoothly back, all the way back up. Exhale, release the left. Bring back the right knee to meet the left. One smooth step or a few steps. Then scooch to your right. Scooching to the right as much as necessary. Supporting the right knee with a double over mat if required. Then shoot the left leg out. The right knee and the left heel working in a straight line. The foot is at a slight angle. Hips are square in front. Sternum is a little back. Or left hand, left thigh. Right hand, right thigh. You can fold from here. Feels good, however. Raise the right arm. Shoulder height with the palm. Inhale, bring the arm in line with the ear, sternum is back. Exhale, fold to your left now. And just note, experience a beautiful opening on the left side of the body. Starting away from the hip. And if you're not dropping the head, keeping the head around mid-level. Inhale smoothly back. Exhale, release in the right. Shoulder hip at the palm face down. One smooth step or a few steps. The left knee back to meet the right. Stay high on your knees for a brief moment. Turn to the front of your mat. And sitting tall or sitting back on your heels. Then take your hands front and raise tall on your hands and your knees. Sit up just like you start your practice, your tiger breathing. Shoulder over the wrist, fingers spread. Your wrists, your knees, toes in a straight line. All is well here, moving through the hip. Just soft movement through the hip. In whichever direction is calling you first, you start with smaller rotation. What feels good, progress towards that bigger rotation. Then changing direction. Beautiful, and back to center. A few gentle rounds of your tiger breathing. Moving through the spine, head is back. Beautiful, and back to center. Maintain shoulder over wrist as best you can. A few gentle rounds of your tiger breathing. Moving with the breath. Thinking head is lasting to move as you inhale, arch lower, middle, upper, slightly lifting the head, lightly gaze up. Exhale, lower, middle, upper, releasing of the head. Inhale, arch. Exhale, round. Inhale, arch. Exhale, round. And be there for a moment. Maintain a light push away of the mat. Belly slightly drawn, head released. Breathe. Beautiful. Inhale, back to an easy spine. Allow the belly to drop just a touch. Knees wider now, as wide as you can if you can. Big toe together, sitting back in the heel. Extending of the arms front. And the forehead to the mat. If this is uncomfortable or inaccessible, you can ground the palms, stack palms or stack fists, and forehead can be resting here. Hips can be as high as you need to. Don't fight for depth. Beautiful. Softly lifting the head. The gaze is front. If your hands were stacked or fists stacked, unravel and take them front as best you can. Shoulder distance apart. Distance between hands and feet. Being correct for downward facing dog. We'll endeavour to maintain that distance if you're choosing to come up. Smoothly raise the hip. If this feels good, take the feet to be shoulder distance apart. Take the toes under. Then raise the knee. And push the hip up and back. Maintain a good bend in the knee if necessary, particularly if you have any challenge in the lower back, any challenge in the shoulder. If it feels good, you can work towards straighter legs. Maintain the sternum a little back. Gaze down. Breathe really well. Know that you can ground your knees at any moment, not fighting to be up. Beautiful. Then bending your knees. The gaze is front. You can come front in whichever way is necessary. Little playing around, little practice. Right knee, right wrist, shin diagonal. Left shin stacks on top. Then sitting back. And then mindful if there's anything solid behind you. Then rolling back. Coming onto your back and just a little rolling side to side. Knees in towards the chest. Slight rolling. Super. Come to rest with the rolling. All is well here. Keep the bend in the knees, initially ground the feet. Take the feet to be as wide as your hips, if not a little wider. Now if you have any challenge in the back of the body, or if you find it uncomfortable to be lying down with straight legs, perhaps you are working with the bent knees. If it is comfortable for you, however, to come to a lying down position on your back, perhaps you work with the straight legs. No matter where you are, hands are down by the sides of the body, and the ribs are drawing down and back. So the middle back is grounded. Mild arch is beautiful work, and that's maintained through the lower back, that's okay, but mindful that the middle back are working towards connecting. This is good here, flip the palms to face the thighs. All as well as you inhale, raise the arms. As you raise the arms and begin to bring the arms over, you want to externally rotate through the shoulders so that the elbows are working towards each other. Releasing the arms behind, but only to the point that you can maintain the ribs grounded. Recognize if you drop your arms behind that the middle to upper back begins to lift. Ribs maintained down, mindful of the depth to drop the arms behind. As you exhale, bring the arms back, maintaining that middle back connection, elbows working towards each other. Inhale, smoothly raise the arms up and over. Recognize the reaction of the rib. Exhale, coming back. If your legs are straight, your legs are rather active, pushing the heel away, toes back towards you. Inhale, elbows squeeze towards each other. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Bring in the hands so when they're stacked directly over the shoulders, up to fingers point towards the ceiling, and bring the right hand to clasp the left wrist. All is well here. Begin to drop the arms over, but only to the point that you can maintain a middle back ground. You feel like the ribs are lifting. Bring the arms a little bit elevated from that point. Elevate the arms rather back up from that point so you can ground the ribs. This is good. Bring the feet together. Then scoot both your legs towards the right side. This is good. Bring your arms towards the right side also. Recognize if the ribs are elevating. If the ribs are elevating, raise the arms up. If necessary, a little pillow if it's accessible behind the head and the upper back. You're very comfortable here, raise the left leg up and stack it over the right. And be there for a moment. Breathe really well. Beautiful. Unstack the left from being over the right. Bring the feet back to center and the arms back to center. The left hand is now clasping the right. All is well here. Sternum is down and back, keeping the ribs relatively grounded as best you can. The legs to your left as best you can. The arms also to your left. If comfortable, the arms are grounded. If necessary to accommodate the ribs, they're elevated up, but don't fight. Really well. Feels good, raise the right leg up and hook the right foot over the left. Superb. All is well. Unravel the right if it's stacked on top of the left. Bring your legs back to center. Bring your feet back to center. This is good. Scoot towards the left side of your mat. Scoot you towards the left side of the mat, keeping the position of the arms up and over. The intention here is to roll on our bellies. Well, as we roll on our belly, we want to try to avoid using momentum of using our arms to roll over or using our legs to roll over. That's a little challenge. The engagement will come from the center of the body. So using more core activation to initiate the rollover. You can have the hands clasped or they can be apart. As best you can, smoothly work from the center of the body. You're not throwing the legs, you're not using momentum. Smoothly roll over and come onto your belly. Well, don't fight. Coming over whichever way is necessary for you. Once you've rolled over, readjust so you're in the center of your mat. You can have the hands down by the or next to the chest rather, palms rounded, elbows up, and chin or forehead grounded. If it's accessible for you, however, I'll encourage you to take the hands behind and go for an interlace. Feet together, toes and heels at top. Base of pelvic and buttock muscle lightly active. As you inhale, roll the shoulder, raise the head and raise the chest. Exhale, coming down. There's zero pressure on the neck or the lower back. Inhale, raising up. Exhale, coming down. Inhale, raising up. Exhale, releasing down. Inhale, raising up. Then be here for a moment, but no pressure on the neck. Any pressure, drop the chin. Base of pelvic body wants to lightly engage your feet or your root. Your legs are active. Exhale, going down. Release the clasp of the fingers if you're there. Take the arms out to the side at a 90-degree bend in the elbows, so your elbows and shoulders are working in a straight line. Turn your gaze to your right initially. All is well. You want the front of the right shoulder working towards the mat. You're not pressurizing it down. Keep the 90-degree bend in the elbow, but take your left elbow to be a little bit north of that shoulder line out to the side. Maintain the arm in this position with the right shoulder working towards the ground even. Turn your gaze to your left for a moment. Raise your left elbow up and ground your left palm to be in line with the chest, but it can be away from the body. So the palm is pushing into the ground, elbow to the ceiling. If this is comfortable to this point, perhaps you pressurize the left palm into the mat, then lightly roll onto the right side of the body. Front of right shoulder still working towards mat. If this is good, bending the left knee and working the left knee towards the left wrist. And be here for a moment. Note that there's no pressure on the neck. Don't fight. Please recognize the steps you've taken to come in. You can be at any of the steps. Breathe. Beautiful. All is well. Taking care. Pressurizing the left palm into the mat. Bringing the left knee back to meet the right. And the left foot back to meet the right. Roll on the belly. Return the arms to the 90-degree. Elbow to shoulder in a line. Turn your gaze to your left for a moment. Left shoulder works towards the mat. Take the left elbow a little north of the shoulder line. Turn your gaze to your right. Raise the right elbow up and bring the palm to be in line with the chest, but the palm is grounded. It can be away from the body. If to this point is comfortable, pressurize the right palm into the mat and roll onto your left side. This still feels good. Bend the right knee now. Bring it towards the wrist. Front of the left shoulder working to ground. Mindful you're not fighting for depth. Super. With care. Right leg back to meet the left. Rolling back onto the belly. Grounding both arms at the 90-degree. The chin is now grounded out of forehead. Bring the hands to either side of the chest. Allow your feet to come as wide as your hips. As you inhale, roll the shoulder, raise the head, raise the chest. You can come back in whichever way is necessary. If you're playing around, exhale, tuck the toes. Bend the knee. Push the hip up and back. Coming to the downward facing dog. The good distance maintained between the hands and the feet. Torso back towards the thigh. Long and steady breath. Bend the right knee slightly and allow the left heel to work towards the mat. And the ball of the left foot is dragging the mat backward. Recognize that you're not disturbing the position of the toes. You're not allowing your shoulders to come front as best you can even. Bend the left knee now on the left. The right heel works towards the mat and the ball of the right foot is dragging mat towards the back. Beautiful. Bending both knees. Coming front to whichever way is necessary for you. Little practice. Right knee, right wrist. Left shin stacks on top. Sitting back. If you're not, no solid objects behind you. Rolling lightly on your back. Coming onto your back and a little rolling side to side once you've arrived. Beautiful. Come to rest with the rolling. The knees come together. Hands on the thighs or hands on the knees. And begin to rotate the knees in little circles, whichever direction is calling you first. Allow your breath to flow. And changing direction. Beautiful. And back to center. Keep the bend in the knees. Welcome the soles of the feet to the mat. Hands up on the sides of the body. The Setu Bandhasana, the bridge pose. Heels in towards the fingertips. Chin is in a mild double chin. Pressurizing the feet into the mat as you inhale, push the feet and raise the hip, lower, middle, upper back. Exhale, release. Inhale, push the hip. Exhale, release. Inhale, push the hip. Exhale, release. Inhale, push the hip. And be here for a moment. But if you're maintaining there's zero pressure in your neck, your head maintains steady, gaze straight up towards the ceiling. Please do check in with your neck, your lower back to hip and knee. No fighting any of these areas. Breathe. Note that even weight in your feet. This is your root. This is your grounding. Exhale, coming down. Upper, middle, lower back. Edge the feet together. Keep the right knee bent, extend the left leg straight. Bend the right knee even further, so work from the hip, the thigh was towards the chest. The left hand grabs the right knee or even to the thigh. Right hand, right side and behind. Right side, shoulder height, palm faces down. This is good here as you exhale. Draw your right leg over towards the left side of the body. Allow the back of the right hip to raise up, the right buttock muscle to raise, but focus on keeping the back of the right shoulder grounded. Any challenge in the neck, gaze up. Breathe. Inhale, center. On the exhale, bend the left knee to meet the right. Grab the legs, head towards the knee. Little rounding of the spine. As you inhale, ground the head to shoulders. Keep the left thigh close so you extend the right leg straight now. The right hand can grab around the left thigh if comfortable. Left arm, left side. Shoulder height, palm faces down. Or cactus arm if your space is restricted. Gaze to your left if comfortable. Breathe. Beautiful. Inhale, center. On the exhale, the right knee to meet the left. Comfortable for a neck. Draw the thighs closer, head towards the knees, little rounding. As you inhale, ground the head, ground the shoulders. Keep the bend in the knees. We'll welcome the soles of the feet to the mat. All is well here. Allow your knees to drop out either side, soles of the feet come together. One hand on the belly, other hand on the ribs or on the chest, choosing which is best for you. Breathing long and steady breath. And if it's comfortable from here, you can maintain at your own breath count. But if all is well, we'll work towards a few gentle rounds of that resonance breathing. That intentional breath in and out through the nose. To the even inhale and exhale. But don't fight for depth. Mindfully apply. Breathing in. 2, 3, 4, 5. Breathing out. 2, 3, 4, 5. Breathing in. 2, 3, 4, 5. Breathing out. 2, 3, 4, 5. Breathing in. 2, 3, 4, 5. Breathing out. 2, 3, 4, 5. Breathing in. 2, 3, 4, 5. Breathing out. 2, 3, 4, 5. Breathing in. 2, 3, 4, 5. Breathing out. 2, 3, 4, 5. Breathing in. 2, 3, 4, 5. Breathing out. 2, 3, 4, 5. And continue. No fight in the breath.
If you feel like there's any shortness of breath, please be with a shorter count. Mindfully build your practice. If you find that it's too demanding to maintain, the knees dropping out to either side, allow the heels to move further away from the groin, or ground the soles of the feet. At the end of your next exhale, release the effort upon the breath. With a little hand support, help the knees come together. Extending the legs straight, and release and rest. Coming into Shavasana, the end of your practice. Any uncomfortable areas readjusting. You can be on your side, you can be on your front. Coverings are welcome, blankets, socks. Take a few moments. And when you feel there's a steadiness to begin to move through the body, allow this steadiness and allow this stillness to hold your entire being. And in this stillness, there's nothing more required of you. There's nothing you need to achieve right now. There's nothing you need to do. There's no work to be done. Simply by allowing yourself to be here is more than enough. And within this beautiful allowing, within this freedom, which is at the heart of your yoga nidra, your yogic sleep, set your attention free to move through the land of the body. And each point that's visited by your awareness, simply experience sensation. What arises? At the very tip of the right hand thumb. Index finger, middle finger, ring finger, little finger. Through wrist, elbow and shoulder. Descending down the right side of the body into hip, knee, ankle, big toe, second, third, fourth, little toe. Right side of the body. Your awareness comes with ease to the left side of the body. Left hand thumb, index finger, middle finger, ring finger, little finger. Up and through the wrist, elbow and the shoulder. Descending on the left side of the body into hip, the knee, ankle, big toe, second, third, fourth, little toe. The left side of the body. The right side of the body. The left side of the body. Allow your awareness to come to the back of the body. Soles of the feet. Any sensation. Any pulsing. Any vibration. Calf muscles. Backs of knees. Backs of thighs. Buttock muscles. Moving up through the spine. Through the gentle arch of the lower back. Middle. Upper back. Back of the neck. Back of the head. The back of the body. Allowing your awareness to move down and through the last frontier, the front of the body. Crown of the head. Forehead. Ears. Eyes. Nose. Tongue. Chin. Throat. Collarbones. Chest. Ribs, belly, pelvis, thigh, kneecaps, shin bones, tops of feet, and revisiting the tips of the toes, the front of the body. And bringing your awareness to the whole of the right leg, whole of the left leg, both legs together.
Whole of the right arm, whole of the left arm, both arms together. Whole of the head, whole of the back, whole of the front, legs, arms, head, back, front, together. Bring your awareness to your whole body. Whole body. Whole body. Within this whole body awareness, you note the even deeper essence of stillness to be experienced. A stillness in which resides true, authentic rest. Whole of the body is still. Whole of the body is rested. Whole of the body is still. Whole of the body is rested. Note where you experience this rest the most. Then be there for a moment. From this space, from this deep well of rest within your body, allow your awareness to become greater. Allow it to radiate out. And as your awareness gently radiates out and expands, allow it to transition to a more everyday awareness. This awareness begins to influence your breath into being a little fuller, a little more conscious. Feel how the breath awakens the body. It stirs the stillness. The stir stillness at your toes, welcoming your feet back. Fingers welcoming up the hands back, up into the neck or chin roll, shoulder to shoulder. As the feet come softly back together, extending of your arms up overhead and behind. Begin at your feet. Point your toes, tighten your feet, and your legs. Take a big inhale, tighten belly, shoulder, finger, tongue, tighten the whole body. Exhale, release. Right arm remains as is, left to belly. Fold in the left knee, and gently roll to your right side. Once you feel steady, gently push back up. Come into any variation of a seated position, spine lifted, eyes closed. And as you come to the end of your practice, allow yourself a moment to note any difference, both physical or mental, any change as a result of your practice. Draw your palms lightly together and begin to rub your palms, create a little heat. Placing the hands over the eyes, gently cup. And extend a light massage on the eyes, the nose, the cheekbone, the temple. Take the hands a small distance away from the eyes. Gently blink the eyes open, gaze in the palms. Namaste. Thank you all so much. Hope you had a good practice. Hope you have a good day, and I look forward to seeing your next practice. Thank you.